PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Introductions.
Hi there, I'm Joe Verlada at Oak Brook Toyota in Westmont, Illinois.
And I'm Casey Nix today at Oak Brook Toyota. Here we are in Illinois, and we're talking about something we've never done on PK52 or the Saturday morning meeting before. We're talking about customer expectations at the end of the process, when the car is being delivered. What they thought they got, what they didn't think they got. So you were telling me earlier, Joe, and I thought it was a really good conversation. You were saying that I'm kind of the gift giver to the customer. So if you don't mind, tell everybody what you're seeing from the customer's responses.
Well, one of my things that I do here at Oak Brook Toyota, I do new car delivery. So when the customer's leaving the dealership, I'm the one that goes over all their features, controls, shows them, the value of their vehicle. And what I'm finding a lot of times is, at time of delivery, I'm giving away things. I'm giving away value to the customer. The customer's already purchased the vehicle.
So it's done. Paperwork's done.
For it.
Already out of F&I.
I'm giving them the keys or getting ready to pull out of the dealership, and I'm helping them hook up their Bluetooth and showing them the features on their new Toyota. And I'm finding that the customer, I hear a lot of this, I didn't know it had that. So what I'm doing.
All right, let's stop for a second. Okay, so here's the deal. So we've sold a car for $25,000. Customer's got a great value. They're excited about the car. And now they're discovering that they got more than they paid for. And Joe was telling me earlier, he said, KC, if they're excited about getting this bonus, maybe it should have been done before they signed the paperwork.
Right. A lot of times, I don't blame the salesperson, because a lot of times the customer might be looking at other vehicles, other manufacturers. Sure. The customer is looking at also other Toyota vehicles when they're at the dealership, so they might get kind of confused on the equipment. What it is, though, the value on that exact vehicle, the customer probably would have paid a little bit more if they would have had set option on it. So just that when I'm mentioning to the customer they have Entune app suite and how that works, the customer will be excited because just that I'm giving away something. Of course, that probably means they would have paid a little more money. But when I'm showing them value, it also could work the other way, where the customer thought they thought it might have had navigation, they thought it might have had even satellite radio or whatever. So you got to be real careful. I think when the salesperson is probably doing their closing with the customer, you probably want to walk the customer over to the Moroni sticker and go, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, let's review the exact equipment on this vehicle.
That's great advice right there. That's
no
fantastic. No surprises. That's fantastic advice. And guys, think about this. As we talk about every single week, we're talking about giving you guys tips that'll help you sell more cars. Well, one of the things we want to focus on is the technology increase in these cars. Every time a new car comes out, we've got new technology. So walking over to the Monroney label at least lets you walk through, these are the things that you've purchased on the car. Is there anything in here that you're not familiar with? And now they can actually bring up the value of the car, that the Entune suite, how navigation works. Maybe the car has pre-collision on there. So this isn't going to get easier, is it, Joe?
Nope, actually with the new technology coming. But again, it's just showing value of the product. Another thing I kind of recommend too, when you're maybe negotiating with a customer and the customer's kind of to that point where they're like, I don't know, they don't want to maybe go over the offer that you've given them. I always kind of recommend bringing the customer back out to that new Toyota again, and I guarantee you're going to notice something. Oh, by the way, let me show you, the vehicle has set option. Maybe it has Safety Connect or whatever, another little value that's going to get you over that little hurdle.
So instead of Joe says, I'm putting words in his mouth. Joe says, don't cut the deal until you take them back out and show them it's a greater deal.
Right.
So this has been a great episode of PK52 talking about value of cars. Get together with 4 or 5 other salespeople. When you're waiting for customer traffic, get together with these guys and hit this technology. Practice your word tracks on there. And if a customer's coming in 4 or 5 days from now, make sure you send out, this car has pre-collision on there. Let me do a little exercise on this to tell you how this works. This car has an Entune suite. So you can get this information to the customer before they come in. Raise their expectations, close the deal. Tell them who you are and where you are again.
Joe Verlada, Oak Brook Toyota in Westmont, Illinois. Come out and visit us. We'll get you a real good deal.
Featured guy on PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. We'll see you guys next week.